Hey guys, what's up? I'm Priyanka, and we're back with another live episode of the Fanspire. It's been quite a while since we've all got together and discussed, and we've got the regular fan panelists back, so it's definitely going to be fun today. We're going to be talking about transfers. A lot has happened in the off season, and we have a lot to discuss, obviously. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been quite a while. So glad to have you here.
Yeah, and I think it's
Glad to
fitting
be
that
back.
we have our sort of vintage old panelists
OG,
coming back.
OG
The
panel.
OG gang, the OG gang.
We don't have Chinmay though. That's good. Just
That's
like
good.
they don't have Ronaldo probably.
Speaking about Ronaldo, Saurabhi, Ollie, let's just get on to it, man. What's going on?
Whatever is going on, it's between Ronaldo and Mendes. Maybe what he. I'm reading all journals and articles that he's pitching about Ronaldo to Bayern to Atletico. He's getting rejected everywhere. So let's see. Ten Hag has already mentioned that he has Ronaldo in his plans. So if it's up to Ronaldo, if he wants to stay, he stays. If he doesn't want to stay, better finds a club for himself.
So, like many of y'all will be, Ronaldo fans. Just a question out there. So, we agree that Ronaldo is a great player or so-called Mr. Champions League and stuff. But do you think his personality is still bigger than the club called Manchester United?
No, I never like whenever you are part of a parent body, like for a club like Manchester United, you have to let go of your personality, however you are. Like all the great players have done that. Ronaldo is a great player, no doubt. Messi, for instance, if you take last season, nobody thought of this that he will one day will come that Messi will have to leave Barcelona, but he left.
Yeah.
So if Ronaldo feels that he has to play Champions League, he has to go, then let him go. I have no problems with that. But the club is always bigger, and first comes the club comes first than the player.
Yeah. For for a
True,
change,
true.
the Spurs don't have such problems. Like last season, we saw Harry Kane wanting to leave, and then he was sort of forced to stay for that extra
Last season you
year.
saw me wanting to leave. Last season you saw
Yeah,
me wanting to leave. So
yeah, but
yeah,
aren't you
but
glad you waited for this one extra season? I mean, I think
you know it.
Spurs have been
Let's
rocking it
talk
in
about
this transfer window, man.
690. Yeah. Definitely, definitely. I mean, I'm looking forward to this season as usual, but this time more than usual. We've signed
Yeah,
some amazing names, some young talent, and definitely there's hunger in our squad and in the dressing room. And it's Antonio Conte. Need I say more? Need I say more?
Trophies.
We're coming for the title.
I was just waiting for Josh. I was just
We're
waiting
coming for
for
that.
Joshua's react.
I was
I was
looking
just
at him.
waiting
I
for
was
Josh.
looking at him. I was I was expecting that.
Joshua,
Our,
what do
our
you
trophy this season. Sorry, one second. Before he starts, our trophy for now, for the beginning, is the new All or Nothing.
I go
It's
for that.
going to be fantastic. It's going to be ravaging, and it's probably about nothing. That's awesome.
But the irony of it, like when you go to Prime, the first thing you see is All or Nothing Arsenal season one, and just below it you see Spurs. I mean, just below it. Like why?
Yeah. Uh, because we had a deal with Amazon. We asked them we asked them to keep us beneath Arsenal. They should feel good, right? 6 years it's been. We've been on top of.
So you should ask them for a trophy also, no? Like just in general.
You don't
Something
ask
at
for
least
it,
to
lad.
have in your
You
trophy
win it.
cabinet. We don't need to ask that. We already have something there.
Hmm.
You should ask now, say that above below Arsenal some trophy, something which you can put in your cabinet there.
No. We wanted to win it.
Just-
This time we're gonna win.
Arya, I can give you a source. Like I was reading that apparently Barcelona they have a very good museum, and they have the
Hmm.
trophies there, and they're planning to sell some of them. And Daniel Levy is interested to buy some of those. So you might have something to show.
I also heard Ronaldo's looking to buy some because he's definitely not winning anything in United.
To
He
be fair,
has
United
won,
already won a
won
trophy in
everything at United.
pre-season. But United
Yeah.
already won a
When
trophy.
Tottenham, no. When Tottenham do that, you call us the Audi Cup team, okay?
It's the same
When
thing.
United are
It's the
doing
same
that.
thing. It
I
was the
know,
same
I
thing.
know,
I mean, just
I
but
know.
the way even you, I mean, I'm happy that United won something, but you could just see few fan sections going bizarre, like, oh, we won a trophy after so long, and everything.
It's
They should have
United
a
Guys,
fans. They're always like that.
I don't know
they should
which
have
guys,
a
guys,
United
guys,
they
guys.
should have a cup
Ho-
word.
for the Audi Cup winners, and I don't know which trophy United win, but some
the starter
super
of
mega.
Fanspire. Just imagine this, okay? The starter of Fanspire will go so high when, if right now as we're talking, there's an announcement saying that Ronaldo has been stripped from the club. He has left the
To
club.
be fair, the last time
Wouldn't
we
it
were
be
doing a show,
ironical?
Ronaldo was announced.
Was announced. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Last
Yeah.
time on air, Ronaldo was
So
announced.
yeah,
And
I
Chennai
have
said
my
they're
hopes
going to
back.
win the league.
Sorry.
And Chinmay also said they're going to win the league at the same time when he heard that Ronaldo was announced. But
Yet here we are.
I mean they were pretty close, like what 4 or 5 slots. I think that's admirable.
Yeah, admirable. Pretty much.
If Ronaldo leaves, Spurs will be happy because he scored one in White Hart Lane and then a hat trick at Old Trafford. So
Um,
it would be good for
yeah,
Spurs, no doubt
those
about
two
it.
matches had me going nuts, man. I mean, the hat trick match wala to I was like, "Ki top ho ke gaya." I mean, I was in my nutshell and I was like, I'm not coming. I met Bobby over there. I met Bobby Firmino. We were hibernating together.
Yeah, it's been. But talking about Firmino now, Priyanka, like obviously you are a Liverpool fan, and obviously you also got a couple of signings in. One of them is Darwin Nunes, for whom you all paid 100 million euros with add-ons or whatever
What?
it is.
And
Yeah,
then they say they
What?
don't buy stars.
They said once they won't
he,
pay 100
You
million
paid?
for a player.
Y'all paid
with
100 million
add-ons
for
that
Nunes?
includes
yeah, we
with
did.
add-ons. Yeah, yeah. So
I thought
like
it was
my
45
question.
million. No.
So
No.
apparently there was a joke going on around that Benfica's CEO or owner, he was expecting 40 to 45 million euros because Darwin Nunes had a brilliant season. He just jokingly said to Liverpool that 60 million. They agreed. Next morning they were like, let's try our luck. Let's aim for 100 million. The next morning, 100 million euros contract was already on the table.
Is this true?
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
if
not
the
true, but it's
Benfica guy
because
said it, but it's
spend a lot
actually
of
true.
money for
The
him.
with add-ons, it's like almost 80 to 100 million. I'm not sure of the exact figure, but at least more than 75 million for sure.
Yeah, so I knew this was coming. Joshua has been going on about this non-stop every time. Like, he's spoken to me. He's like, "Oh my gosh, you're about 100 million player, and he's not scored in the friendlies." So, firstly, I know it's something that Liverpool has not done previously. It's like a surprise, it was a surprise to me. But
Don't
we've
score
been
in the
complaining that
friendly.
we've not been spending a lot of money for like years, and it's finally happening. So that's good. And also we did see a lot of players being sold out this season, so we have like planned it well. We're not just spending 100 million without anything coming back, because we have sold some of the players that we've bought previously. So yeah, that's good, and just give him a chance. He's barely played like 2 matches, 2 friendlies. Klopp is getting a hang of how to put him in the team. You're just too quick to
Yeah,
judge.
it's
Like, give
it's
the
No,
bird
but
it's
to
license.
be
happening.
fair, yeah, he is a young player who are just coming to the Premier League, and it's going to be tough for him, regardless of how good he is or how much amount is spent for him, which is not in his hands. But speaking about strikers, young strikers, the main rival City. signed Haaland for his release clause of what 16 million euros, which comes to around 50 million pounds approximately. I mean, that is already like Haaland plus a player sort of amount, which you all spent. And you all could have gotten Haaland if you all wanted. I don't think so. He just wanted City, but your thoughts on that? Like, main rivals signing Haaland.
May I go before that? Sorry. They
Anybody?
wanted
Yeah.
Bobby Firmino for the vibes. They wanted Bobby Firmino for the vibes.
Everest says that we have the money, so why not spend it?
Why not spend
I
it?
mean, true. I mean, it's fine, but
It's just one time
this
that we have
this
spent money, and
this
all the
is
other
actually the
times.
thing. First, see, I understand about Nunes being new and friendlies. We cannot judge him in, but why all of us are Haaland versus Nunes? From which random journalist or which random Twitter artist just tweeted it's going to be Haaland versus Nunes? I mean, Haaland has performed consistently for so long. Nunes yet has to do that. Not, just telling that he's not going to turn up for Liverpool because apparently Klopp can make any player really good. You can see Arya special player Bobby Firmino, but like Haaland versus Nunes too early, man. Like, किधर से आ रहा है ये सब?
Like, let them just play a Premier League match first, at least. So yeah, Vinith, coming back to your question, whether we would want Haaland in our team. Obviously, like Haaland is such a player. Like he's just a machine. He's probably just going to. We've seen him perform. He can just get through defenses, and he's a proper finisher. But again, coming to Liverpool, as you've seen, we've not really bought like players who are already known as stars. As you said, Klopp makes superstars. He doesn't buy them. And Yunus also, even though we paid a big amount for him, he's not like known as one of the best players, one of the most upcoming players. He doesn't have that title yet, and I think that's what he'll strive to achieve. He'll strive to perform for the team and try to work his way up there. And I believe Klopp will do it because he's done it for almost all like the entire rest of the squad. So yeah.
I hope Klopp doesn't regret what he commented about African Nations Cup last season. That's why Mane left. I hope Salah doesn't follow the next. Although he signed the
But
contract.
Salah, to be fair, did sign a big contract, so
Yeah,
now I
again,
don't think.
he signed a contract of 375 per week. That is not Liverpoolish.
Exactly how
Salah
like
signed.
again I think again we can just say this that Liverpool fans will again say ki we have the money, why not spend it? I mean, we have the money.
See,
I
see,
mean, yes, I
Salah,
agree that Liverpool
Salah.
might have money, but 375. But I'm no person to judge. We were paying Lakaka 350, man. I mean, I'm no one to judge on this.
Oh yeah, should we talk about him? Vinit, would you like to say like we should talk about him, right, Vinit?
थोड़े
I
चंद
think the
शब्द.
whole I think the whole transfer window, like the last transfer window, this transfer window, till it started, was all about Lukaku. First, it was coming to Chelsea. Now it was going to Inter. I mean, see, I never criticize any player the way I'm going to criticize Lukaku now. Like Courtois didn't turn up for training and left for Madrid when he wanted to go to Madrid. That was understandable. He didn't turn up for training and we called him a snake. But I mean, I didn't, but we did call him a snake. So what do we call Lukaku now? The guy went on air, said again that I was in contact with the Inter manager constantly during the season. You're already not performing. You're wasting a spot on the bench. Forget about the starting lineup. You're wasting a spot on the bench. Your ego is too big to understand that you are injured and not to come in and play immediately. And then even when he got chances, we could see that if he would have scored that one header against Real Madrid in the Champions League, it could have been a different story. And then he just goes on saying ki it was a mistake to come to Chelsea. No, like I don't think so. Anyone forced him at gunpoint saying he come to Chelsea. He wanted the money. He was getting the money. He wanted 350k a week, which none of the players are getting. Not even N'Golo Kante, and he would have deserved it after the season he had. And then he just goes on to say, okay, Inter, man, I just love Inter.
Basically,
I'm just
Chelsea.
worried for him next season. This is a loan. Inter don't have the money, and Fateh, if he's watching, he will also agree. Lukaku for them has been like the worst signing again, even on loan, even for Inter, even for Chelsea at the same time. I,
They
I
missed
mean,
because of him.
exactly. Dybala is gone. Apparently, he was saying Bremer is also gone now to Juventus. I mean, it's like he just screwed up the whole transfer market. So Everest just said, I'm just hoping that next year we can get Bellingham so I can play Singh. Good reference. I love it. But there were actually rumors of Jude Bellingham since a couple of seasons for Liverpool. I mean, where is it going?
No way. Dortmund isn't selling. They
Not
are
this season, definitely. Even I don't
not
think
at
they
all.
Dortmund will only sell to one team, which is Bayern Munich. So I think we can
Yeah, yeah.
rule out that
I was,
transfer.
I, I was hoping for either Haaland or Bellingham to Spurs. Haaland being out of the context now, I'm really hoping Bellingham comes
Yeah.
transfers.
But
What is
aren't
he
you
laughing
actually
at?
I think
happy
What
we
is
with
he
choose
your
laughing at?
signing?
Liverpool over your
Wait,
club.
wait.
Joshua laughing about Bellingham.
Why,
He said
why?
Spurs.
Because he has a great Granit Xhaka, man, and Mohamed Elneny, and now Jesus. I mean, Mohamed and Jesus in the same team. Like, that's the only thing they need to get in the top four.
Yeah, we need to sign a Krishna ASAP to beat Arsenal.
I mean, but seriously, like Joshua, like two good signings. Like Jesus already has like kicked off and has scored in every friendly since he has come on. What, two or three friendlies he has played, and he has already scored in all of them. He's linking up well with the team. You already have Saka. You have Gabriel Martinelli. As because religion FC. कुछ ले तो भगवान भरोसे ही खेल लेंगे. But like
वही बाकी है
now, do
अभी
you think?
वही बाकी है अभी
Yeah, like the main question is popping up every time. Now that Arteta got his team sort of last season, again, he signed many players, many were wrong because all of them were young. Now there are a couple of senior players coming in. Do you think if by any chance Arteta misses out on top four this season, he
Bye
deserves
bye.
to be sacked? Personally, I feel that he deserves to be sacked if he doesn't finish in the top four. I'm not even
Arteta
talking about the
is going to
title.
be sacked
Okay,
mid-season.
I'm gonna get to this, right?
Arteta is going to be
Sh-
Arteta is going
sh-
to be sacked mid-season. Write this
no,
down. I
no,
said it first.
no. He's not going to get sacked. Okay, not going to go about this, but he's got his players, right? So have the opponents, right? You all have bought your players. Spurs have been rebuilding their squad, right? They've bought their players in. It's not going to be easy to get into the top four. It's not only Spurs, it's United. I don't know. Yeah, they have gotten their players.
United did manage to make a good transfer, right? They
Yeah,
managed to.
exactly.
Arteta
Uh,
is not good answer.
but yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's not only Arsenal that is strengthening the squad, and it's everyone. Getting into the top four is a challenge, and definitely we want to see Arsenal in the top four. But even if he doesn't make it, I don't say we sack Arteta. I think he's building something, and we can look at that. He's building on the future. um, Looking at the players he's signing it in a particular age category, right? He's signing players within that 25 bracket, right below that. He's planning something for the future. Maybe we need leaders, which we lack. I don't think Xhaka is the leader we want. But yeah, we need
Maybe
leaders,
we'll see
right?
that in All or Nothing if he
Yeah.
is that leader.
So
Joshua will say everything except that Arteta should be sacked. He's been like Arteta in since day one. Continue, Joshua. Continue.
obviously, yeah, it's another thing to look forward to this season is five subs, which you need depth in your squad, right? You can have everyone, but can get nothing out of it. But five subs is going to be a game changer because you will have imagine a team like City, right, having all the players on bench. coming on after everyone's tired, right? It's going to be
Yeah.
insane. It's going to be really, really hard. So this season's going to be difficult. So I would say squad depth is something we need, and that is what he's building on. And we are not yet done in the transfer market. It's still open, and we have a lot more to do.
Is in so apparently Zinchenko is almost done. Like it's
Yeah.
here, it's done. It's done.
He
Just
got
official
announced now.
announcement is pending. Yeah, I think only that is pending. Another good signing.
Yeah.
But my question is,
Zinchenko is
okay, you
actually
all
a very,
got a. He's a good player. I'm not denying the fact. But
very good
then
player.
why would you waste your money on Tavares and then again try to sell him? Because
Okay.
apparently
So
Why
he's
would
going
you
to be
waste your
sold.
future in Arsenal?
it's a gamble,
Why
right?
would you waste
It's
your
a gamble
future in Arsenal?
that we should ask Spurs fans, bro. Okay. But yeah, it's a gamble.
Who's
So
playing Wednesday
clearly,
nights? Who's
But
playing
before
Wednesday
that,
nights?
Joshua, I just want you to answer this. That Everest says that Arteta may be planning for a future, like you said, but he's not capable or experienced enough to soar Arsenal any higher than this. I mean, this was the topic last season as well. Like, whenever any young manager comes in, or regardless of whether you're young or not, like for example, Nuno was there at Spurs, first month manager of the month, 3 out of 3 wins, it's all going good. Everyone thought, okay, doing well, couple of months
Not everyone.
decent, and then all of a sudden gone. Do you think
First match, the first match.
that
Sorry to
one
cut you off.
spark? Yeah,
No, no, no. The first match we did a review. I said he's going to be sacked. He should be sacked. He's not required. I don't know if y'all
yeah.
remember, but
So yeah, Spence is greater. So Hardik
my
Pandya,
man, my
duplicate
man
Hardik
Salah.
Pandya and Jofra Archer. So I mean,
Oh my god.
but to be honest, Spence is a really good signing. Okay, and
I mean,
Chelsea was
everyone is
scouting
saying
him. I
that.
wanted
I
him at
have.
Chelsea as well.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone has been
Yeah,
very excited for his signing, and I've been a little off in the transfer window. I have no clue who he was. I have no clue how he plays, and I was like, who the f are we signing? Who is this Spence guy? And a friend of mine, Mumbai Spurs, he sent me a link, and it was his Middlesbrough last season all highlights and stuff. Gotta say
That's
that
championship
Conte and
so
level.
like
Paratici,
he established himself at Middlesbrough, came
yeah,
back to like Nottingham Forest, and then over there also he became the starter, and they play a
hmm,
similar five at the back which Spurs play, and he's been pretty good. Obviously there will be
yeah,
comparisons coming in with Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and what Trippier.
yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
Yeah.
Walker,
but Walker, he's still young. He's been good for Nottingham Forest. He's a good signing, which I think Arya and Spurs lacked because and no good fullbacks.
They had Emerson Royal instead.
I specifically said good fullbacks. I'm not a fan of him, man. I'm not a fan of him, not at all.
But
Sauradeep
And
wants
I,
to see me cry. He's saying I'm missing Royal. Don't make me cry,
but
man.
Eject Spence has a attitude problem. He had issues back in past with Neil Warnock and all, and as
That's
per as
not going to work with Conte. Nothing
yeah,
is
that's
going to
what I
work
was
with
going to say.
Conte.
but
That's what
that's
I
the issue,
Nothing is
right?
going to work
Conte
with Conte.
always has a falling out with a couple of players. I mean,
and he's
Spence
very
could be
demanding.
that player. Yeah. He's
Uh,
demanding, but you see at every club he has gone, there are a couple of players he has fallen out with. I mean, it's bound to happen in such high level situations, but it's
Definitely.
become a
See,
thing.
there were falling outs. There were falling outs at every club with every other manager. With Mourinho in United, with Conte in
Yeah,
Chelsea, as you said, right? But at the end, you got to see it's always the manager who's right. You have to see that. Even with
Always.
Klopp, he says some rubbish things, all right, but he's a good manager. He's half of the time he does the right things. His tactics are right. So, Sauradeep, you said not always. I mean, do you have some example to back that up? Because I have not seen a player with an attitude problem and then prove the manager he was wrong.
No, I mean
Never seen it.
by not always by I mean that the manager. For instance, if I take Mourinho, he was probably the best person we had in last 5 years post Sir Alex. He was doing well. He signed
Hmm.
in first window he got Bailly, next window he got Lindelof, and then he's asking them to sell them both. And when he's not getting it, he's taking the club to the press. So, for me at least, people like Jose and others, they can be a bit more at least flexible in terms of it, and they should not take the club to the press and speak rubbish in the public rather than being a bit more conservative, I feel.
Yeah. And I think this has been by far the best transfer window for Spurs or any club in the recent history, because not only the one marquee signing they have, but bunch of really good players. Like you can see that Richarlison, Perisic, Spence, Bissouma, now Longley has also come in. Like it's been like you can see that
Madison is coming
he's
in.
looking. Is he? Is it like really sure? I heard the rumors that he could be coming in, but the
You know
way Spurs are
what
going
this
about this
I've got
Spurs
window,
sources.
what this Spurs
I've
window
got sources.
sounds like. I think the
Arya always has his
2013
sources. I don't
the
doubt him then.
2013 Spurs window where they signed six players with Gareth Bale's money, right? So just saying that
I
Spurs
shouldn't
for
be
you.
laughing. I'm so sorry.
Like Joshua, but Joshua does make a good point. I mean, but it's you
Yeah.
see these players have already sort of made an impact elsewhere. But I would say that even the players which came in that time, I think Soldado had come in, Van der Vaart had come in,
Paulino.
Yeah, yeah.
and so those players also were too good in their respective clubs.
See,
But
back
you
then, it
know
was a
that Conte
different
is a
time.
serial winner.
Conte is a serial winner. He's not
You all said that
he's
about
not
Jose
settling for
Mourinho.
crap.
What he won?
He, to be fair, I think
See,
Daniel Levy
no, you
should
have
be
to
blamed
understand
over
with
there.
exactly
Good.
with Jose Mourinho, if we had given him one more year, we would have won
You
that
sacked him
title
before a
last
final.
year.
That was your
That's
only
stupidity.
possibility to win a trophy.
That's stupidity. That's stupidity. That's stupidity. See, I know what has happened. Conte came in. He said, "Daniel, shut up. I'm running it now. You take the back seat." That's why Paratici was brought in. That he's the one who got Conte in. Up until him, we got Nuno. We got Nuno Santo.
I think it was
He
different.
sounds like
Paratici came in
he
first,
sounds
and
like a
then
place in GTA San Andreas. Espirito Santo. Okay. So Everest is watching very religiously, man. I'm loving it.
I have a question for Arya, by the way.
Yeah, please shoot.
If Harry Kane doesn't win anything this season, next season will he stay? Because Bayern are seriously interested in him, and there is a news here that they are going to go for it. They don't have the funds maybe this time because they have spent it on Delict, but next season they are definitely going to go for Kane.
See, Kane's departure, if he doesn't win anything, I think it depends on whether or not Antonio Conte is there in the club. Because if Antonio Conte is not there, I can see a lot of people moving on. A lot. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Højbjerg, uh, probably Spence as well. He's just coming. I think Conte is the glue which is holding everything together right now. Because I mean, he and Paratici are cooking a meal. It's $150 million meal, and I'm smelling glory. All right.
How long?
So
It's a question.
Vomit.
did he just say vomit? Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do after bursting out laughing after watching All or Nothing. Arsenal.
I really am ready to watch that. I'm ready to see what's happening behind. Right. That thing
That's
about
actually a very exciting thing. Huh?
it is even
That's
Aubameyang
actually very
getting
exciting feeling.
stripped of captaincy. A lot of things going to be disclosed. All right. Even I'm excited. So you can
All the
burst out
drama.
laughing.
That was a very topsy-turvy season for you. Trying to form Mane
Ban is
captaincy.
trying
You
to.
started off with us fighting relegation. Okay, someone's saying we fight relegation.
I think
Something
past
someone
season
was
is
saying.
done. We can move on to the next season and the transfer window.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's the Lukaku Lukaku PTSD speaking, not Vinny.
I don't think so. I'm going to recover from it or any Chelsea fan. I mean, but just talking about that, like you can see Bayern making some really good moves. Like they already had Sane, Mane came in obviously from Liverpool. Kane could have or could come soon if whatever happens, and they'll probably try buy Bane from Batman as well. They could, or they could just stay with the Marathi trio of Mane, Kane, and Sane. But the main question is that we have been sort of duped twice this window itself by clubs who apparently don't have any money, whose club names show FCB, Delhi to Bayern, and Rafinha to Barcelona. I mean, I mean to be fair, regardless
That
of
was a comedy case, man.
like
You guys are doing charity.
Rafinha, like charity FC, right? Like just coming out. But to be fair, I'm happy with the signings we have made so far. There are more signings coming in. Obviously, Koulibaly and Sterling.
Whom,
People are, I don't know why all of a
yeah.
sudden they're questioning that why we paid 50 million for Sterling.
I think
People
that's
call
the
that.
best
Yeah, why
buy.
did you all?
No, that's a
Why?
best buy
Werner
because
I
Sterling
50
outside
million for
goals.
Sterling.
see
We'll
even
have
on
to
his
make
bad season, which would you call his worst season? Last season for City, Arya.
Of course.
Last season I think was his worst season
Last to
for
last.
last to
last
last or whatever.
last to
Even
last
last
season,
season,
no goals.
he played I think approximately 20 games in the Premier League or lesser than that. He had double digits again in assists and goals. I guess 12 goals, 13 assists, something like that.
That that's
And
because City didn't
without
have a
playing time,
striker. He was the striker when he was playing.
he was hardly playing. No, that's my point. He was hardly playing. That is why he also wanted a move because he was hardly playing, and he's still 27. We are like this is the time when players come into their peak. I'm not saying he will
Yeah.
come and he will solve Chelsea's problems. By far, he's going to solve Chelsea's problems. But I think
Beneath
I see that as a good signing. And
just
I think
What number did he get?
this
40
thing,
million
just to
pounds.
say something. Imagine this, okay? Werner and Sterling up there, Havertz in the middle. How many goals are going to go in?
How many goals?
Are going to go in, or do we need to buy
See, to be
post
fair,
outside?
if Sterling plays on the left, Warner's not starting. That's for sure. Okay, Havertz will play up top. If Broja stays, Broja plays. On the right, I would see Pulisic. Ideally not. I would see Sterling on the right, Pulisic and hudson on the left. And Warner just comes on from the bench.
Broja
If he's
is
fine with that,
leaving,
then good.
so that's there.
There are
West Ham
still
will
rumors
seriously.
going on that he might
Is Sterling
stay.
getting number 9?
No,
Is
I
Sterling
don't
getting
think
the
so.
number 9?
I don't
He
think
plays
so.
number
We'll
9.
just carry on
He's got
because
number 9 for England, no? Actually, no, that's
Yeah,
Kane's.
he's
but
got
I don't think
11.
so. He's going to get the
Right?
number 9. I mean, it's still registered. So let's see. I mean, I don't think so. Numbers matter. Right now, he's going to wear
How is it
17 in the
registered?
preseason. So what?
How 9
The number
registered?
I'm saying, not register. Numbers
How
are
is it
not registered.
registered?
Anything could happen. Lukaku's number
Acha,
could
वैसा.
free up, obviously. But
Sterling's getting number.
I don't think so. He would be given number 9. I don't want the curse to be on him. So let's just move on from that. But yeah, like right now he's going to wear 17, at least in the preseason. Koulibaly wearing the legendary 26 number. And Koulibaly is another good signing, which I hope turns out to be another signing like Thiago Silva. Like good enough so far. Many more signings to go. We need a overall like how Spurs did this season to actually do something good. We needed a player like Dembele or Rafinha, to be honest, to play on the other side. More than Rafinha, I wanted Dembele. More than Rafinha.
I've heard there's a player, fantastic player on the wing, right wing, right? You want a player at right wing, no?
Yeah.
Fantastic player. We'll
But
just give him. We'll just give him. Take it and go. His name is only Royal. It's a very royal name. Fantastic winger. I'm telling you.
see, chalo, I'll take like I think Chelsea will take Emerson Royal only if Son comes. Plus, we'll give you some cash as well.
Some cash. High
We'll give
hopes for
cash
him.
for Son. Why for Emerson? I mean, we'll give it for Son, not for
Or
Emerson.
or we give you Emerson Royal. You give him the number 9. You have an excuse as well.
See, he's that kind of player who doesn't need that excuse. Okay, we understood. We we understood good players getting number 9 and screwing up, and we saying that number 9 curse. But I don't think so. Emerson Royal needs that
He's
curse.
I think he'll be sold to some team in Italy. I think.
But
Uh,
do you
Maybe.
think he'll go back to Barcelona?
Barcelona cannot
I don't
afford
know.
anyone. I don't know how they are signing them.
Talking about Barcelona, how are they? See, finance point of view, I don't care the Heritage Club and stuff and all that. They were already making
Yeah.
losses on the verge of bankruptcy. They had to give the stadium out for weddings,
They are still
literally
giving.
going like turf, like how all of us go on weekends to play on turfs. They have started that at New Camp, and they
Wow.
managed to sign Lewandowski, Rafinha 60 million, Lewandowski I think approximately
45,
30,
45.
35, 40 million. Dembele, who was already on some 350, 400 approximately, I think, 1,000 a week, took a 40% wage cut, but still approximately 250K a week. Yet to pay Frankie de Jong 17 million, which they owe in wages since last season. I mean, just a finance point of view, how are they surviving currently? And they already got Christensen to add to their wage bill,
Yes, yes.
Cassier to add to their wage bill.
Wow.
We'll have to ask a
I
Barca
mean,
fan. There's no answer
Yeah,
right away.
the Barca
yeah,
fans
we
were
need a
so
Barca fan.
excited.
I'm thinking, I
They
can't
were
think of
so
anything.
excited about this. Barca fans were so excited about the transfers. I would be rather bothered about the state of the club, like how are
Like
they actually going ahead with this?
so,
But I
the
see a lot of
Barcelona fans have
Barca
already spoken to. The Barcelona fans have spoken to. They are obviously just trying to neglect that fact which is going behind the scenes and trying to enjoy
I
what is
think they're,
happening on screen.
yeah, they're
They
Like,
don't know
neglecting their
what's coming
existence
but
right
towards.
that's
now.
fair to them. I mean, it's not in their control, right? It's not in their control. They are seeing their club
Obviously.
sign brilliant players, and
Hmm.
Xavi Ball or whatever you want to call it was on display last season. Could turn out to be better this season as well with the signings. So, like, I don't blame those people.
it is
What I
their
Is
say,
there no?
Divya, which number 9 is going
Sorry, why
to
so silent?
which number 9 is going to
The
score more goals?
Is that I couldn't get the question properly.
why is so silent? Like, why are United fans so silent?
We are done with our business, most of it. That's why.
De Jong.
But no, like who all have signed that one fullback, Lisandro Martinez, Ericsson.
Yeah.
No, I'm genuinely asking. It wasn't like a
Ericsson
sarcastic
meant
way of saying who did you all sign. But no, Ericsson is a brilliant signing even now.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Lisandro Martinez and Ericsson. Who's the fullback who was signed first?
Tyler
Starts with
Martin.
Mal,
M.
Yeah.
Mal.
Fair.
Marlon. So, like I think he's for the future or backup because he's still very young, if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. And for the first team, Lisandro Martinez and Ericsson come in as backups wherever possible. Or Lisandro Martinez just gets in place of Lindelof. And if Varane is fit,
Yeah. I
how do
actually
you
have
rate these signings?
to be yeah, I can come to. I'll go one by one. First of all, I don't know why they went for Tyler Malacia. Although he's a brilliant player, he's one of the rising stars in Netherlands. But we already had Alvaro Fernandez in our youth team, and he won the youth team best youth team player. He is a very good guy. I have seen him playing in the 23s. He's really a good deal, and he might go on loan. So I don't know why they went and bought. So now it's an unbalanced left side because you have Shaw, you have Telles, you have Brandon Williams, you have Tyler Malacia. So at least two of them has to go, or three of them has to go, and so that Fernandez also can stay. Ericsson any day is a very good guy. Like he's a perfect old. Like I will say, if you look into the Fergie team, it's a that kind of a player who can just shoot in, and he's a player who will just make a mark with his performance. And Bruno at times has been rusty. He has just raised his hand up, or he's just crying on the floor. So that cannot go on right now because Ericsson is there. He can play, and
Season
then
one, he did that. Y'all got penalties. Y'all won penalties. Season two, everyone knows what
we
he's
won
doing.
penalties by fair and square. We don't pay the ref like some red and from the Anfield side to get the penalties. And coming to Lisandro
Oh
Martinez,
man, you did not win anything fair and square that season.
we
Okay,
won fair and
let
square.
alone penalties.
Regarding Lisandro Martinez, he is known as the butcher. So he is one of those guys we really needed him, like somebody who is very physical. He can go in. And I think based on what I read, he might play on the left side of the defense and right side. Maybe Mr. Maguire might play, or if Varane is fit, Varane will start.
He's still there.
So let
No,
I
but
today I heard a
Lisandro
rumor he got
Martinez
stripped off his
is.
captaincy.
no, he's
Guys,
still the
today I heard a rumor. He's still the captain. Okay.
yeah, he is the
Instagram
captain.
पे मतलब कुछ भी डाल देते हैं लोग.
No, but Lisandro Martinez is supposed to be a ball playing centre back who I think is a really good business out there. But
Yeah,
50 million for him, I think overpriced. 50, 60, right?
50.
I
Yeah,
mean,
50.
it,
That's
it
right.
was just like United entered the chat and they were like 10 million, give us more.
But
And
no,
they're
my
like,
serious. Is he actually that short? I mean,
he
Yeah,
I
is
have
he's
short,
seen him
yes.
play,
He is
but
short.
I don't think so he's that short. Wow, 5'2", and everyone is saying all of a sudden. I
5'6"
think
he
he's
is.
5'9",
He's
5'9",
five
I
5'6"
think.
nine,
or
but
5'7".
he
Oh.
he had
5'9",
won
yeah.
more headers than anyone else in Eredivisie last season.
Yeah, the same is the case for Jules Koundé. Like he's 5'7" or 8, I think, or approximately 5'9" itself. One of the shorter centre backs. But in La Liga, he won the most headers in attacking and defense as well. So I think that's the only thing that matters. And obviously, Ten Hag has already worked with him, so he knows
With
what kind of player he is.
with United, I
With
have got
Martinez,
to say this. So
yeah.
no, but United as a whole.
Okay, that was a big pause.
Yeah,
That was like a really big pause.
I was framing the sentence. That's it. So with United and Ten Hag coming in, if Ronaldo stays, I have got to say this that they might be one of the most dangerous attacking teams because with Ericsson's ability, vision, accuracy, you call it, you name it, he has it. And Ronaldo to finish that, I mean, I'm gonna not pay much.
So we have another question from Everest for specifically for Softadeep. When
Sorry.
will you get rid of that refrigerator in the field?
Refrigerator stays
Man,
at
I
home.
am paying money for him to stay. I will give to United. Lay. Rock.
Last season was a bad season, no doubt about it, and it was a bad season for almost everyone except two players. And yeah, he deserves the criticism, no doubt about it. And
I read somewhere that fans were booing him every time he
yeah,
touched the ball
yesterday
during.
also he was booed. Yesterday also he
So,
was booed.
how does the player actually play under those circumstances? Considering your own fans are doing that to you, how does
That's why you're
how does
playing for
he
Manchester
respond?
United. That's why you're playing for Manchester United, Liverpool, or Chelsea. Like when you're wearing that kind of shirt, if you're not performing day in, day out, you are going to get smacked
But
everywhere.
he's still the
But
captain and
that's so
he's
harsh.
part of the team, right?
You won't understand. You are from Spurs. Believe it.
Okay then. Yeah. I am from
You cannot
Spurs.
come back from that.
We
You
don't sign.
cannot come back.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm Spurs, Vinny. We don't spend 80 million on a fridge. We don't. We don't spend money and money and money on young talents to warm benches. Okay. We make them do labor work. We make them play on the field. Now that's harsh. Okay. If I could spend how much ever they spend to get Van de Beek, I
Now,
mean, I wouldn't have made him warm the field bench. I mean,
we need now. You know
You would have made him warm
why
the trophy
Hamilton.
cabinet. The trophy cabinet, little warm.
You already have an
yeah,
answer.
because
Arya, you already have an answer.
and
And
Dombele, it's been I think 3 years since we've signed him, and I'm still backing him up. If he gets rid of his attitude, he's
He
gonna be
plays
one
for
of the
Leon,
best
guys.
Is he still in the
midfielders.
team?
exactly my question: is it
He's
still
out
there?
on loan. He's out on loan.
Acha, he's
He's out
still
on
out
loan.
on loan. Spurs and empty trophy cabinet is a better love story. So you already have a question, Arya.
Yeah, Elroy, we do.
Okay,
I
Arya,
mean,
which number
we
nine?
used to once ever. Which number
Okay,
nine? Yeah, tell me.
so
Tell
we
me.
get more goals. Yumi, straight up. Your number nine was my number nine.
Time will tell.
Straight out there.
I mean,
Money
I'm
counts.
I'm not a Richarlison fan. Okay, I'm not excited with his signing. I am not at all excited to see him wearing a Tottenham shirt. He has to do. I don't know. I'll say Jesus.
What about the number 10? You want to talk about that and something? Maybe.
Let's talk about the number 10, dude. Let's talk about the number 10. What about the number 10?
You
I'm
tell me,
all in
man.
for Harry Kane talks, bro. Let's go. What what
Yeah.
what are you trying to show up with? What are you trying to show up with?
No,
Emil
you
Smith
tell me.
row. No, Emil Smith row.
Ah, okay,
Where
one
was
second,
he?
guys. Just remember this. Yeah, can't.
Can I answer this?
I
I just can I answer this? I just have one word, and that is pigeon, and that's it.
No, but to be fair, even I'm not impressed with Richarlison going to Spurs. I mean, Spurs could have done better. He could prove me wrong. He's a good player, but
Definitely.
I just find him
Yeah.
also a
He
bit
might be a good player. He might be a
like
good player, but I think
arrogant, and he's that kind of player who just cribs a
yeah,
lot. He's like the Brazilian
yeah.
version of Bruno Fernandes. He is good, but the Brazilian version of him.
How much did
Like
they
Yeah.
spend for Richarlison? 50 or
60.
60?
again, 50 million,
60.
I think. 50 million.
55.
And Ari was talking about buying a fridge for 80 million. They buy pigeon for 60 million.
I'm gonna remember this. Okay, and then we're gonna compare. And let's see
Definitely.
who's laughing then.
Definitely.
No, but it's going
Definitely.
to be a very tough season for each team involved, especially the top four and top six, because all the clubs have made headway this season other than Leicester. And, like finishing a top four itself will be a big challenge. Like Arsenal could finish there, United could finish there, Chelsea, Spurs could finish there. If Leicester somehow manage to be consistent, they still have a chance.
West Ham, you
And
have
I'm
to
not
consider.
counting Liverpool and City. I'm just considering
I,
that.
I,
Joshua's trying to listen well. Joshua's trying to listen well. He did this because he couldn't hear Arsenal when you said top four.
no, I couldn't hear Spurs, so but it's okay. No mind. I didn't
He
want
said
them to hear
Spurs.
also.
He said Spurs.
But
He said
what I'm
Spurs.
saying, I
But you
think
want to
it's going
talk
to be a
about top.
season. It's going to be a
You
season
want
of
to talk
super
about number
subs.
10, no?
It's going to be entirely a season of super subs. Um, going to go out there and state this that it's going to be a lot of goals coming in at the 60th minute, 90th minute for Arya. But yeah, so that's I say it's going to be a season for super subs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
once again, guys. Let's. I have to put you on hold because Joshua has something to say about the number 10 position or the number 10 shirt. Please, Joshua. You
I
asked, no?
didn't say
Let's talk
anything.
about the number 10. Of
I
course,
was
you
just
did.
asking how you are you
Nah,
okay?
nah, nah.
Yeah, I'm just
Ah,
checking
no,
it
no,
out.
no. Are you
I am okay only. I'm doing well.
okay? Are you okay?
Yeah,
Good,
it's good.
good, good. Yeah. Man's trying to compare Emil Smith Rowe to the England captain. Sure, bro.
We can bring Joshua and Arya on before the Arsenal and
Trophies.
Spurs game, and then we can see once the season starts. You can keep some of the
This
banter.
is the night.
Trophies.
Okay, or it's irrelevant with Arsenal. Joshua,
Last
do you
season,
want to?
when Tottenham beat Arsenal, the way they celebrated, I don't think even after winning a trophy, any club celebrates like that.
no, to be
I
fair,
mean,
like
we celebrated.
now I was actually going to come to this. Like matches are fine. Like that is a Premier League match where all that happens. But
Yeah.
friendlies, Joshua, I've seen the YouTubers just going crazy saying that this is our season when it's just the friendlies where everyone
That's
is just putting
Arsenal
out their teams
every
for.
season, man. That's Arsenal every
I mean,
season.
Sort of.
wow,
That's Arsenal
the
every
way
season.
the team has been hyped, way Jesus has been hyped, it's like he's going to score 38 out of 38 goals. Like every game, he's going to score a goal at least. The way he has been hyped currently,
Oh,
like
I frankly don't like the AFC team. I think that total crap. They are only there for banter.
Ev-
Uh,
Average
they
just
are
came
only
up and
there,
chose violence.
they are only
Regardless,
there for
no
rival
nothing,
fans banter.
no push, nothing. He's just like, okay, let's just go screw City fans. Let's just go and screw a City fan.
Everest, I gotta ask you this: which team do you support?
United, looking at him.
Can you guys hear
I
me?
He,
think he's a Liverpool
Is
fan.
it?
a Liverpool
I
fan,
think
he
Everest,
knows about United.
on live, we are just telling you next, just contact us. We are going to get you
yeah,
live
you can
soon
come on to
with
support
Arya
the
again, and we'll get you a City fan. And we'll get you a City fan.
Everest. Do respond to us in the comments, which is the club that you support. And yeah, you
Yeah.
can come on next time. I think Arya would love to have a word with you as well.
Definitely, definitely.
But
I
the
mean,
best
I
part
am
is
quiet
Arya doesn't
today because
care.
I don't want to banter
Arya is
Joshua. You know,
on
Ruin is.
the way Arya is going. He doesn't care about anything. The transfer window they have been having a brilliant manager, already super players staying like obviously Son and Kane. I mean, just brilliant.
Oh yeah, I was right. Liverpool fan. Yay.
Got it.
Waste.
These guys sense each other. It's like this thing.
So at least we got one Liverpool fan. I mean, in the comments, I meant.
There's a Liverpool fan
Ha-
on screen as well. Hello.
in the comments, I specifically said in
Yeah,
the
there's
comments.
more than United, more than Spurs.
That's
There's
my
Spurs.
point. Liverpool fans end up everywhere. Wherever you go, there are like there.
No, that
We're
Liverpool
the
is
fans
best
are
club in
United.
there.
the world because
That's
we're the
I
United,
best
I
club
feel
in
think.
the
like
world.
you're not getting there.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay, so
I mean, I think I know what you're trying to say, but ठीक है. You don't.
before we go on to anything else, let's can we all quickly rate our club's transfers this season, like a rating out of 10? Who wants to go first, Vinny?
Jo- I want Arya to go
I
first. I
want.
mean,
No,
the
no, no, you
answer
can
is
I
think of
want.
the club
answer's
that
No,
you're
no, no.
easy
rooting
for
for.
Arya. The
One second.
answer's
One
easy.
second. One second. Let's go ladies first. All right. Let's go ladies first.
But I'm the one asking the question.
It doesn't happen on
Acha,
Let me
okay.
Fanspire.
ask.
Okay. Since you asked the question, I'll ask back. Priyanka, how do you think you would rate your transfer window out of 10?
I'll rate it once you rate your transfer window since I asked the question first.
All right. I think I'll go with 8 out of 10.
What is taking those 2 points, man?
Richarlison mainly.
That could actually be the case in the actual match as well, taking away 2 points. I mean,
Ouch.
That's
he's
nice.
not there.
That's
He's not there on the first match, right? He's not there in the first match.
Yeah,
yeah. He's not.
he's not.
He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I heard someone say that Richarlison was brought on as a rotator and not a main player. So I don't
correct.
know what's going
I
on.
agree with that. I agree with that because I think Kane
I
deserves
think,
a rest, man. Kane deserves that rest.
And they're playing Champions League
and
also at the same time.
just imagine if Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are getting their rest. See what with Tottenham, I've seen this in the past 3 seasons. With Tottenham, they are they're a great team till December, and after December something happens, and that something is that Kane and
That
Son are not
sounds like
getting their
another club
rest.
from London. That sounds like another club from London. No, I'm not talking about
No, no,
Arsenal,
no, no.
man.
But
Y'all wait till February, March. Y'all wait till February, March. Y'all can
yeah,
wait
and
till
then they
February.
plummet to the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with it. Now, like even Joshua mentioned, like the 5 subs having the impactful 5 subs every game is going to be a big game changer because you're basically like almost changing half your team in those 5 subs, and you need good players to replace them. You cannot just change half of your team and expect that only freshness will take you over the line. So team
Yeah,
depth, team squad depth is going to be important.
even with freshness, we've got the talent and the uh, I would say hunger to win. I mean, Spence, whatever his attitude may be, did you know the stat about Spence that he alone has more take-ons than Bentancur, Skip, Hoiberg, uh, one more player, Romero, combined. Combined, he's got 76 take-ons, and these guys have 50 take-ons.
Those
Four
guys
people.
played in Champions League,
Yeah,
Premier League. That guy played in Championship. Forget
bro, the
about it.
amount of games are more.
Guys,
Championship, Premier
guys,
League.
Let's
we
just
play
see.
we play
We can
on a
just
normal
see
5v5
stats.
turf, and we're not
Stats
able
are
to
good.
take
Arya,
five
Arya, Arya.
take-ons.
See, stats are good. I agree. Championship is no less than a Premier League. Like the way Championship, you need to play so many games to reach the Premier League, which they have done. His team had done. So I don't. I agree with Arya, like the take-ons thing. But now again, it's all about being like those are only stats. All he has to do is prove
Yeah,
it
see,
again
I'm
in
not.
the Premier League.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that he's got the stats and he's a good player and he's gonna. No, 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 no. Even we've had players in the past with wow kind of stats, and then you know they spur up. I mean, come on. All right. So that's why I've learned my lesson the hard way on Fanspire. I will be quiet. I will be quiet and I will let them do what they do, and then I'm gonna come up and answer.
Yeah.
All right,
Then you
we'll
will
keep
come
that.
second in the Amazon, so that Arsenal stays first, right?
Nice.
Got it.
Comparing
Uh,
transfer into only relative previous year performance. That could be correct to a point. I mean, it depends. Not necessary unless you're City, you're winning every season, yet you're going to sign Haaland. And who else did the sign? Calvin
Alvarez,
Phillips. Calvin Phillips.
they
I
signed
mean,
Alvarez guy from River Plate. They signed that guy also.
Alvarez. Yeah. Like, still. So
Me,
it's not only about the
Calvin,
previous season.
But if they lose Bernardo
Calvin
Silva, then
Phillips.
that would be a different game because Bernardo Silva is a very instrumental player for Pep.
I agree, but the only
What?
place I think he is going to go is Barcelona. But Barcelona really don't have the 80 million because
They
if
have to
they
give us
do
Frankie and then
spend,
they can go do anything.
no, but if they actually do end up buying Bernardo Silva, like it's going like they are going bankrupt in the next 2 seasons then because I seriously don't see them. Already they had like a 1 billion debt, billion, not even million, a 1 billion debt which they have to still pay off.
They're still
So
in
you know,
there. Still in, there is
they
the
are,
debt
Who?
they are. There's a
in there.
reason.
Who?
I may be completely wrong with the numbers. What I read in Athletic, there was 700 million in depth 2 months before they sold their merchandise showroom.
Yeah.
They have a merchandise section which they completely sold. They sold a 10% of their TV rights. They are selling 15% of their TV rights again. They are renting Camp Nou, and Camp Nou generates a lot of fund. Camp Nou generates a lot of fund. They are renting Camp Nou for wedding. Still, they are not able to balance the books so that they can register at least Christensen or Kesse. Forget about Dembele, Lewandowski, Rafinha. And Frankie's wage is going to be around 31 million per year from this season onwards. It's not only
Yeah.
Frankie; they have a few more players like Memphis Depay also might leave because his wage is also pretty high. So they have to first restructure the whole wage thing. They owe a lot of money. Even Sergio Robert, like guys like Sergio Roberto, Gerard Piqué took a pay cut just to stay in the club. So they are in a big mess. If you see something like Messi happening this season again, you don't be surprised. What I have read so far. So let's see what they do.
I mean, I don't think so. You need to comment on that, but it just felt like a funny comment. I mean, he could because Darwin Nunes is a good young player, proper number 9. But I just feel unfair for Jota as well. Let's see how Jota slots in
He's a
over
better player.
there. Yeah,
This guy also said something about Spurs fans. No, I just read Spurs fans and then it went away. What? What?
Spurs fans
For-
looking fresh pre-season. That's the only time you all will be in this happy,
I
kind
think
of.
he's complimenting my looks. Thank you, man. Love you.
We should go back to Priyanka's question. Joshua can start.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just go on after this. Like, I don't want to read Everett's big comment. We should do mid-season ratings again. That seems fair. I mean, what Arya said as well. Pre-season is one thing, and then seeing it after a few games, like 10, 15 games, 20 games, we need to do this mid-season review as well of the specific transfers we have talked so much about today.
Yeah.
right. So
That's when
now,
I'll speak. That's when I'll speak.
sure, Arya. Let's do the ratings quickly, Vinith.
For Chelsea, I'm going to rate it 6 out of 10 because I feel Kunde coming in, that could jump to 7. We just need a couple of more players to hype up the numbers. But yeah, 6.
You all got Koulibaly. No?
We did get Koulibaly. That's why I said 6. Sterling and Koulibaly. There are too many outgoings. We need just to fill the gaps.
Acha, are there? Okay, I don't know about the outcome. Sorry.
Joshua,
Yeah.
what about
Fine.
you?
7.
Yeah, Joshua, what
7 out
about
of
you?
10. 7 on 10.
Okay, and Sauradeep.
No, let him say why 7. No. I
Oh,
won't.
okay. Sorry, I've got. I think we already discussed all the signings. We're just giving like a brief, rating, right?
That made sense. Okay.
He just wants to listen to Joshua talk and talk.
Yeah,
And talk.
Arsenal and Spurs. We'll leave that for another day, as I said. Sauradeep, your rating.
I'll give a 7. If
Yeah.
we get Frankie, I'll be by 8.
All right. Do I also have to give a rating?
Yeah.
Or is
Obviously.
it-
Negative
I
counts.
sorry.
You can go negative also. It's okay.
Uh, Why would I give a negative sign? Give a negative rating? I think somewhere around like 8.6.
So much? For what?
Yeah.
For 100
100
million.
million Nunes.
Yeah, we did sign a cup some
Who will sign?
young talent. We,
Young
Listen.
talents. Yeah, I agree, but still.
yeah.
We also
see,
signed
that
a
is
young
my
talent
rating.
from Arsenal.
That is my rating. That is
Sneak.
my rating. I'll ask for my rating. That is the rating. You all don't need to be like, oh, just because you all spent 100 million, you can't rate it like 8.6. All right, I
It's
think
not
that's
about
it.
the amount. It's just that all of a sudden you're rating one
Because
guy.
I believe in our signings. I believe in our signings. That's why.
Let's see, like we said, mid-season review.
We'll
All
do a
of us
mid.
could be wrong about Nunes. Let's see.
I like how we spoke
I like.
about so many signings, but you are just
I
going
was just gonna say the
to will
same
be
thing.
wrong about
I
Nunes.
just said the same
One
thing.
player, just one player.
Who else will
Anyway,
sign? We'll sign some youngsters.
yeah, we
There's no other
did.
signing there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
That's why we have to talk about one player.
so it's fine because we have a squad. Okay, I would preferably like somebody in the midfield as well. If we could have signed someone in the midfield, but let's see. I trust in Klopp. I trust in our players. It's good.
Granit
I'm
Xhaka.
Can
excited.
we, if we have time, can we talk about the more prospective signings as well, if we have the time?
We can.
Because I would.
That
We
for another
can
day.
obviously put in. No, we can put in a few minutes. I mean, we know the few transfers which are coming in for sure, and could come in. Like, sorry, they already mentioned Frankie De Jong, who he rates highly. Who else is coming to Arsenal, Joshua, other than Zinchenko, obviously?
Um, they're looking in for Tielemans, so I'm kind of waiting for that.
Yeah,
Maybe in Europe.
we are in that together. We are in for Talisman together.
Y'all
I've
are,
heard so. I
but
Yeah.
think so. I mean, there
You
are
are
a few
in for
sources that say.
Madison.
But
You
I
are in
think
for Tielemans.
Tielemans could end up at Arsenal
Madison is
more
he
coming
than
for
already
sure.
Spurs.
agreed personal terms apparently, so it's just a bed thing that's
Who?
pending.
Who?
Tie-
Tielemans agreed personal terms
Yes.
with Arsenal. That's nice. I
So
don't know
yeah,
for
that's
whom, but
there,
yeah.
Even
and maybe a
Joshua has
right
his
back.
sources, Arya. Even Joshua has his sources.
So yeah, maybe another right back. I'm not sure, but who we are linked with, but there. And
Hmm.
I don't see a striker
What
coming in
about
again.
you seeing another striker coming in?
No, I don't see
He
another
doesn't
striker
see.
coming.
That's okay.
Maybe
I
someone on a right wing, which we are looking
You
at.
guys already have Fabio Vieira. That is a very good buy.
I have not spoken about him because I do not know how he is.
He is a very good
Uh,
buy. He has a sleeky left foot. He's a very good buy.
Guys, this is Arsenal looking for someone at the right wing.
At least they are looking. You guys
he's
have
still there. He's still there, by the way. He's still there.
He's
yeah,
Right
still
exactly.
there.
wing, I think, is sorted. Saka and Pepe.
yeah. Pepe, I forgot that he plays for Arsenal.
I think Pepe
I
himself
can't.
forgot that he plays for Arsenal.
Yeah. So, like, I think
Are Chelsea looking
Joshua's
for more inwards?
I think
we
there was a
need to. We need to.
Kimpembe or
Kimpembe
something.
rumors. Kunde could be finalized in a couple of days or maybe even by tomorrow, the way it's going on.
Barcelona is also in for Kunde.
For Kimpembe,
Kunde.
they already.
How
Acha.
ironic.
They already. I was going to say they already got a centre back. Why do they need another centre back? But I think Kimpembe, because Nathan Aki's deal dropped, so I think Kimpembe could be a good signing. But I think he wants to stay at PSG, so I doubt that would happen. But we need another left wing back more than anything, or a right wing back.
How
Centre
about
backs, I think we had who?
how about keeping Alonso for one more season?
If the guy doesn't want to stay, and I like however good he is in big matches for us, especially against Spurs, but I don't think
But he's
so.
good against Spurs. Leave it.
No, but I think if he wants to leave, it's fair that he leaves because we'll get some money for him, man. Next season his transfer, so his contract ends. We won't get any transfer fee. So Emerson is the
Oh
only
yeah.
proper left wing back in the team other than Alonso as a backup for Chilwell.
I thought
And Chilwell,
I thought you were gonna say Emerson Royal, and I'm like, what?
not yet,
Bro, my heart
not
literally
yet,
skipped a beat. I'm like, is he gone?
not yet, not yet. And that's one thing. And let's see, because we need to sort out our defense first and then the attacking prospects, if any. I think Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea are in for, I forgot his name. Someone from Sporting. He's also Nunes, I think. Some
A left back, right? Or he's a
no,
back.
no, no. I think he's a striker. I think from Sporting. I think Arsenal are also for him. Let's see.
Who
At
are
least a
you?
couple of more
Which team is it?
defenders.
Sporting.
I think so. Yeah, someone from Sporting. I don't
Liverpool are
remember who.
in for some another couple of youngsters here and there. who we don't know about.
Fabio Capello and all those.
they so but like Priyanka has already given up on this transfer window. Like it's done for them. Same with Joshua. Same for Arsenal. I think
Palhinha.
Arsenal and who?
Joao Palhinha, 26 years old.
No, I think there was another player. I don't think so. It was him. I don't
I
remember
think
the
there's a
name.
lot of transfers left to happen. To
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
there's
honest,
there are. But I
seeing a
think
big name here and
currently
there.
Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool, if I may count, are almost like their team is set
Arteta
because
has said
Liverpool never
he's
goes
not
big.
done. He's not done it.
United is in a need of a DM, so we might see someone come to
I
United.
don't think we are going to get
Chelsea's in anybody, any
So
DM like
Palhinha,
Neves is there, Tielemans is there.
Xhaka is there. If you
Neves will cost 100 million. Shaka will. If it's better to take Brock Lesnar on loan than to buy Shaka.
Bro, Xhaka and Maguire make a great pairing, dude. What they will defend? I mean, he's good, right? I'm not saying he's
I
bad.
want to watch football, not WWE.
Red card.
Yeah, so I think that's
We
it
just
funny how you
like
because
said
that.
Chelsea.
WWE. I would have said circus.
Yeah, I know, but everyone could
Sorry,
add
go on.
in and we could wait for another 1 hour,
What about
I think.
N'Golo Kante? I mean, I heard that he's on his last year of his contract and he's looking to move out.
2 years, I think. He has 2 years left, I think. It depends how fit he is, but I don't think so. He's in a rush to sign a contract because he's already being paid a good amount, which he deserves. More it is about Reece James and Mendy, Mason Mount getting more than three-digit thousands a week. Right now they are what 78, 75,000 a week, which is not even 1/4 of what Lukaku was earning.
You
So
guys have
What?
Conor Gallagher this season also.
exactly. So we don't need to sign players in midfield or centre backs because I'll be happy with just Kunde coming in because I want to see Ethan Ampadu, Levi Colville if he stays. Only thing I'm worried about is if Broja does leave and he even if he doesn't leave, a proper number 9. But I think the way the transfer is going, I'm still happy. Like these two signings so far, maybe another one signing if possible.
Liverpool looking forward to sign someone?
No one.
Not really. Not really.
Some
They're
kids,
looking to sign referees.
Guys, always as a
speciality in
Liverpool
VAR.
fan, you love trolling Liverpool.
No,
We'll
no,
see.
no, 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 no. Liverpool roll themselves.
I mean, at least we were in finals. Came like second. We put up a tough fight for the
Got a trophy.
title. We did win 2
First
trophies,
being second.
but we
Which
missed
trophy
out
was
on
that?
a couple of main trophies. But we'll be back this season, Joshua. At least we finished. We're at least playing Champions League this season. We are not, like your.
Again, only for the
See,
finals
Joshua,
and those.
Joshua, learn from Soradeep, okay? How humbly he is sitting, smiling,
I was
accepting,
going to say
accept
that
Baba.
Sauradeep has already accepted his faith, slyly leaving the chat.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem with Arsenal fans. They'd never accept. I mean, Invincible happened in '04. You were still wetting your
Paul
pants
won a
then.
trophy also
You were
so
in
many years
diapers.
ago.
हाँ तो मैं
I'm
कहाँ
not
कुछ
talking
बोलता
about
हूँ
that.
मैं कुछ बोलता हूँ क्या ट्रॉफी के लिए Have you ever heard me say anything except this time?
Liverpool fan, Champions League.
Yes, let's end it on that. Right, that's a brilliant note to end
Madrid won the
this
Champions League.
live
So
today.
brilliant way to end that.
But in this
Brilliant way to
stream,
end that. So yeah,
right now
let's
in
end
the
it
back
there.
on screen. I think we should end it on this note. It's been a good discussion though.
Go
I
ahead. I
enjoyed.
think we can. I think yeah, we can end it.
We've talked a lot. I know we can talk a lot more, but I think we'll be back now. The season is starting. weekly we can go live. People who are watching, and if you all would love to come on the show, get your friends along, please do DM us on Instagram and we'll reach out to you. You two can be here, either battling against Arya or Joshua, Sardeep, or Vineti with me. It's fun, it's fun. And thanks you so much, guys, for coming on
And for
again.
something different, next week we are planning an FPL episode. So if you're active in that community, do DM us. We'll surely get in touch and try to get you on. Because I think everyone over here on the panel is part of the FPL was part of the last season's tournament and league. So at least
Yeah.
there's someone like Arsenal one, some Arsenal one.
An Arsenal fan one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arya, not Spurs, Arsenal.
Huh?
All right. So on that
I
note,
mean,
I thank you everyone for coming on. We'll see you next week. Good night. Goodbye.
Thank you.
See you.
And
Bye.